Welcome back to Sunvalley News. I'm your host, Dana Foster, and today we're going to be talking to a local business owner out of Clinton, British Columbia. And as I said, I'm your host, Dana Foster, and you are watching Sunvalley News. And today we are speaking with Jessica Lawrence. Thank you so much for joining us today. So tell us a little bit about how you started with your business. You've now been in business for 4 years. Can you tell us a little bit about what your business is all about?
Yes, and thanks for having me today, Dana. So I started out with my mom actually suggesting that I do this. I worked in a flower shop up in Prince Rupert years and years ago, and it was always something I enjoyed, and then I would just do that for friends' weddings and things afterwards for about nearly 20 years. And I thought that I'd have a 2-year plan where I didn't even open a business until I learned more about small business and doing everything and doing my research around town. But I saw a need, and so I just took it and ran with it, and I've been doing it ever since. So until this year when I built my shop, as you can see behind me here, which is going to be great for customers to actually come in and be able to see product from now on. I was just doing everything from my kitchen and dining room. So big holidays like Valentine's and Christmas were crazy because I would take up a quarter of the house just doing flowers.
So how has running a small business in Clinton been for you since you've launched?
I can't say enough good things about running a business in Clinton and the surrounding area. It's just been amazing, the support people have given me. I've got a lot of repeat customers, which really makes me feel confident in the product I'm supplying and what I'm doing. And I just started reaching out to Ashcroft and Cache Creek as well. And again, there, people have been really enthusiastic. And above all, I've really appreciated people being so patient with the growing pains it takes. Because I really want to offer a great service to people, but sometimes you kind of have to learn as you go.
So did you, was your business affected through the COVID pandemic?
It was for a little bit. I just decided, I'm not an essential service. I just shut right down for a little while. It was really important to me to keep my family safe and others. But once Mother's Day rolled around and the weather was better, I figured that people needed a real pick-me-up, and I had some requests for flowers. And since I could do it outside with the nice weather, I decided to run Mother's Day and just have people pick up at my front porch. I had a table with sanitizer, and people came in masks, and it worked really well. So ever since Mother's Day of last year, I've been offering the service again. So there was a small interruption, but I took that time to keep building, working on the renovations to have the shop space, because I knew that would be important in these times too, to keep the distance with customers and make them feel safe. So
how has your business changed? Have you gone online, or do you have plans to go online?
Online business is wonderful. I don't have a website except for through the Love Clinton program, the Love Northern BC website right now. I mostly do my commerce through Facebook. I'm just posting on the local group sites right now to get people used to my business. But it's definitely such a great platform, especially in this day and age. So what I would really like to ultimately do is have a platform like a website where I can weekly change what my inventory is so people can see. It's tough with fresh flowers because it changes so often, but I do know it works really great for other florists, especially I've got a great mentor up in 100 Mile at Rustic Elements. She has a website for hers, and it seems to work really well for her as well as in store. So.
All right. Well, speaking about that inventory, can you show us a little bit about what you have in your store?
Of course. I was going to start with plants today, actually, because I've garnered a lot of interest in houseplants right now. I think because people are home a lot more, they're more interested in taking the time to have something that brings joy into their space. So I just got a few in today. Really sweet little planters as well. I know a lot of people are really into planters. So here we have a little hedgehog,
Oh.
and I planted an African violet in him. And
Ah,
then I have a blue hedgehog. I'll tell you a little bit about these plants after too, if you wish. And
okay,
he's
yes.
got an air plant in him. So I just filled his little planter with some shiny glass. Not
Mm-hmm.
sharp, it's like safety glass. And then the air plant goes in there. And then I also have a type of succulent called Haworthia. And of course, everybody's looking forward to spring. So we have our Hello Spring container.
I love it.
Yes, and then we have peperomia, which I should mention the Haworthia and this peperomia, this particular variety is called pixie lime because it's a nice lime green. Those are pet safe. Actually, African violets are as well. I don't have all
Mm.
plants, but I research every single one to make sure because I am a cat lover and I have two cats in my house.
I was just gonna say, my plants do not do great here because of my little stinker cat. She just loves to get into my plants. But I love
Well,
plants and I would love to have more. What
I
suggestions
know.
do you have for someone like me and us? Hmm.
I am so glad you asked, Dana. I'm gonna take my computer with me for a second to show you something kind of
Okay,
neat.
let's go.
I just got these in today. I'm always keeping in mind my orange kitten is just bonkers. So we have wall
I love it.
planters.
Yes. Oh
So
my
I've just
goodness.
done a couple of those potted up real quick. You'd need something that is okay with being a little crowded root wise. Of course, I think the African violets are going to do great in there because, as you can see, it's right near a window that has really good light, which they need. But they
Hmm.
also require really good drainage, and you don't have to water them that often. So that's a
Wow.
really good thing.
That would be
Yes.
perfect for me because I am not
Right?
not a plants just seem to come to my house and die, unfortunately. But I am proud of one plant that I do have. It's a fig plant, and then my partner just planted a gift I got for flowers, and he planted it. And once he planted it, it started blooming, and it was happy and colorful. So I'm like, okay, you handle the plants. I'll just look.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, a lot of people, and especially even me, if I have plants in my house, I tend to be bad with them. But because now it's part of the business, I pay more attention. And the more I learn about them, the more obsessed I'm becoming with them. uh, so it's really important, a lot of them, to have a lot of really good light. So a south facing window in your home will be really helpful. Some of them are indirect light. So you always got to research your plants. And that's why I'm here. I
Yeah.
may not have all the answers, but I will always find out the variety for you so we can look it up properly and figure out the exact type of care they need. Because watering schedules, super important, and the light.
Yeah.
And
All
one of the
right.
biggest problems people have are overwatering, not
Yeah.
underwatering.
I just test it. Oh, it looks dry. Maybe I should water it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, that's not a good idea. I guess I need you. I need your help.
Yes. Well, you
Okay.
guys can always
Yeah.
message me to ask. I'm
Yeah.
happy to help.
I will. So now, if people want to get a hold of you, if they want to order some plants or some flowers, where can they go to get a hold of you?
Okay. And yes, I should mention I have some beautiful fresh cuts in right now too. Lots of spring variety, as well as you can see behind me some dried bouquets. I am right across from the Petrocan in Clinton. So if you're coming in from the Ashcroft Cache Creek side, I am on the right hand side of the highway across from Petrocan. You'll see a little green heritage house. And then you turn right on Dudney and you will see my driveway there and an addition on the building. And you'll see my little flowered logo there for Bubbles Blossom Design. I try to post any changes to my hours as soon as I can on Facebook, and you're always welcome to call me first for further directions or just to make sure I'm around. And that number is 250-819-3359. And please feel free to call or text. I'm very casual. I do answer back very quickly though, and I'm always happy to hear from you.
All right, I'm Dana Foster, and you've been watching Sunvalley News. Thank you so much. We've been chatting with Jessica Lawrence about, and I just say that, Jessica Lawrence, about her business in Clinton, British Columbia. Thank you so much for watching.